in St. Petersburg, Florida. Let's hear you out there. Babe Ruth Day, right here in St. Pete, Florida. 100 years ago today was the first official spring training game right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's here to celebrate Babe Ruth Day. Incredible to have here.
Whereas George Herman Ruth Jr. was born February 6, 1895 in Baltimore, Maryland. Spent his early years at the St. Mary's Industrial School for Boys, where baseball was a popular and primary form of recreation. Ruth displayed extraordinary potential at a very young age, playing every position on the field, particularly excelling in pitching, catching, and batting. And whereas on February 27, 1914, the 19-year-old Ruth was signed to his first professional baseball contract with the Baltimore Orioles. Babe Ruth ultimately became the most famous name and most beloved sports figure in American history. And whereas just 5 months later, because of his enormous talents, Ruth was sold to the Boston Red Sox and made his major league debut in Fenway Park, pitching on July 11, 1914. And whereas in December 1919, Ruth was sold to the New York Yankees, managed by Miller Huggins. With the King of Clout as part of their arsenal, the Yankees became a historically dominant force in Major League Baseball, winning 7 pennants and 4 world championships, with Ruth leading the way. And whereas, as a result of the Yankees' enormous success in and great affection for our city during their years here with Ruth, the Yankees stayed in St. Petersburg for decades, from 1925 to 1961. Whereas Babe Ruth's last year as a Yankee was 1934, playing his last major league game with the Boston Braves, a team which also trained in St. Petersburg for many years. The Babe announced his retirement from baseball on June 2, 1935, and became one of only 5 charter members of the Baseball Hall of Fame on February 2, 1939. And whereas one of Major League Baseball's most supreme talents, colorful characters, and beloved players was one of St. Petersburg's greatest seasonal citizens and most generous benefactors. Whereas during his first day of spring training at Crescent Lake Park in 1925, Babe Ruth created legendary lore when he was chased from the outfield by an alligator. And whereas on the afternoon of Sunday, March 25th, 1934, Babe Ruth hit a ball against the West Coast Inn, what is now the Bayport Hilton, authoritatively is estimated to have traveled a distance of 611 feet in the air from home plate, an achievement that was Ruth's most treasured memory of his career in St. Pete, and the longest home run ever in Major League competition. Whereas Babe Ruth was one of the most generous and prolific charitable forces in our city's history, he profoundly enhanced our community through endless charity and civic support. Therefore, I, Rick Kriseman, Mayor of the City of St. Petersburg, along with Bill Dudley, Chair of St. Petersburg City Council, on behalf of St. Petersburg City Council members and baseball fans everywhere, do hereby proclaim Monday, March 10th, 2014 as Babe Ruth Day in St. Petersburg.